Mate, what I wanted to ask you was when's the last time, it's actually quite fortuitous that you're wearing that crew neck today. Chicken, but different gravy. When's the last time you had Nando's?
Mate, a long time. I'm a big Nando's guy.
Yeah, I had it for the first time in a long time last night. So what's your spice rating? Where do you stand on the threshold?
See, I do things a bit differently. I actually usually get a half chook, but I get it barbecue. And
Yes.
you're thinking, all right, what's that between your legs? But what I do is I get the half chook with a side of peri-peri chips with extra peri-peri seasoning. And then I grab myself the hot sauce and then I lather it all with the hot sauce. So I have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, because they do chicken ribs as well, the barbecue chicken ribs.
Yeah.
That's how I discovered the barbecue sauce,
It's elite.
because it is elite.
It's elite.
So I flipped it. So I got a half chook last night with barbecue, and then they usually barbecue ribs, but then I got the hot ones.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was good stuff. But that's not really why I'm raising this, right? No one really cares about my Nando's order. But I walk into this Nando's, right?
Yeah.
And I'm greeted not by a, "Hey mate, how can I help you?" He's like, "How you doing, boss?" I was like, "Excuse me?"
How old's this kid?
Like, he would have been 20.
That's just that generation, mate. Like, the difference between us as 30-year-olds and 20-year-olds is vastly different.
Oh, my God.
Speaking from experience, my youngest brother's only 20, and just the way they operate and talk and interact with each other, I don't think they can have a conversation unless they're consuming content.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be talking to you, but also, like, somehow scrolling through TikTok and paying attention to both things. The way they speak is bizarre.
Yeah. And then, so that's how he started the conversation. And then he ended it. He's like, "Anything else, boss?" I was like, "Oh, you bossed me twice."
You can't boss me twice. Don't boss me twice. It's like what generation are they called? So we're millennials. They're the I generation.
So we're millennials, Gen Y. They're Gen Z, or are they Gen Z?
Yeah,
Probably
Gen Z. So the Gen Z boss is like the millennial champ.
Yeah,
You've been champed.
I was like,
across generational champ.
I felt like a prison guard.
You're just like, "I'm really sorry, mate. I'll just have some Nando's, please." Just feeling so submissive. It's been dominated. Do you know what I'm going to start calling people, and I'll declare it on this podcast? I feel like I'm just going to start calling people lords.
Lords.
Righto, lord. Yeah, good one, lord.
Lord.
Stop being such a lord.
Yeah.
What could it be short for? Never know.
Would you ever call a 4-day-old baby lord? Because we met little Harvey Weston yesterday.
Harvey Ray Weston. Yeah, he's a little lord.
Yeah.
He's got some lord tendencies. It's so tiny, aren't they?
Yeah. I think he's smaller than Lil Bo. I think.
Yeah, but we didn't really see Bo until he was like 4 weeks old, maybe.
Yeah, true. That is true. But mate, little Harvey Ray, he can sleep like the best of them.
Mate, yeah. Look, if I hung out with Brad that much as well, I'd be sleepy.
So it was nice to meet Harvey. So congratulations to Bradley and his beautiful partner Shani as well.
Yeah, it was Shani's 30th too yesterday. So yeah, it was a big day of racing.
It was. You know who's back in the good books, mate?
Ollie.
Damien Oliver.
Ollie. I told you, I think before his last 6 Group 1 runs, I was like, mate, Ollie's due for a Group 1 win here.
Yeah.
Because the last one he would have won before yesterday was what, you reckon?
Let me do a quick Google. I reckon it was the Oaks 2021. He rode 3 during the carnival. He had a pretty good carnival.
Was it Willowy?
Maybe. Yeah.
It might have been Willowy in the Oaks. Yeah, long time between drinks for Ollie. And yeah, I was reading yesterday, Chris Lee's the trainer of Amakura, had to go to a bit of effort to convince Ollie to come up and ride the thing. So all's well that ends well, as they say.
I would have thought so. But I think I can't figure it out. This is one thing about racing which makes it so bloody difficult. Like, I just went on racing.com just then, and they had him on 125 Group 1 victories. Now, it was reported yesterday that it was his 128th. So, I think that's something that racing does horrifically poor.
Live data.
Yeah, live data, just there's inconsistent data as well. You could look at sectional data on RaceNet versus like something like Racing Queensland or Racing.com for Racing Victoria, or even, I don't even think I can find the sectional data that well for Racing New South Wales, and they're all different. So it's like, okay, who do I trust?
No one.
Yeah, but anyway.
Except your own guts, mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm a replay guy. Mate, let's have a look. Speaking of replays, let's have a look at Ollie's sensational work here on Amakura, because he rode this thing an absolute peach. And I was saying before the race, he needs to basically provide one last Ollie special. So
he hugs the rail.
Yep.
My thing misses the start. A Ferris Sweaver goes back. But Ollie rode so well because he just kept creeping up.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can... So, basically, the line of three are probably the three most... They're actually the three in the market. So, Renaissance Woman is the favourite sitting outside at Amakura, and then Ferris Sweaver... outside her, and she was second favourite, right?
Yeah, she started... They were about even money, about like $3.80, $3.90 with the good people at Ned's. I think maybe a Ferris Sweaver jumped at about $4.20. But yes, as soon as she jumped slowly, I was like, she's no chance. And from what I gathered yesterday, there were things running on, but they weren't, like, if you're that far back in the field, they weren't making up enough ground. Like, they were running on to finish third, fourth, fifth, but they weren't running on enough to win. So as soon as she was back here, I was like, no chance. But I didn't have eyes for Amakura for a lot of the race, but
I did.
Yeah. So did she just creep her way up?
So that's Renaissance Woman there, right?
Yeah.
And a Ferris Weaver. That's Amakura here. So she's just basically put about 2 to 3 lengths on him with about 800 from home.
So she's sitting just back in midfield now, Amakura.
Yeah. And Ollie's getting into her a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Whereas Renaissance Woman and a Ferris Weaver, like a Ferris Weaver is only just starting her run now, but she's been 3 or 4 wide the trip.
And this is, I think, from the 6 to the 4, this is where Ollie really gets himself in a perfect position.
Yeah.
Probably, and he steals about 2 to 3 lengths right now heading into the straight with about 400 from home. And you see him not even ride her. He is so patient until about the 200. Because he's ridden how many Oaks would he have ridden in?
Oh, so many. He's only had to go past like 2 horses.
Yeah.
And then you've got a Ferris Weaver and Renaissance Woman just making their runs now. And they'll finish 4th and 5th. But they were like 6, 7 wide as they were fanning around the bend. Whereas you're right, Amakura was just like, okay, I'll just sit on the fence. And in hindsight, if you're Johnny Allen or Josh Parr, I think was on a Renaissance Woman, you just want to get off the back of Ollie and not go around the outside, because they're the 3 who probably finish the top 3 in the market.
Absolutely.
But no, well found by you. Well found by the market as well.
Fuck, mate. Are they listening to this fucking podcast or what?
They must be. And a lot of the things that I spoke about on the podcast in other races were getting pumped in as well.
Oh, we will touch about that. Don't you worry. Mate, I think we're on the right ponies. We're on the one that had the market support. It's just they didn't win.
They just didn't win. Yeah. But no, well found, mate. I think, look, you know, is this going to be a form race moving forward? I'm not sure. But the positive about Amakura is that's her 6th start. So she broke her maiden by like 7 or 8 lengths, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Over 1,800 metres against her own age, I'm pretty sure. And then goes 1,800 metres again on the sunny coast against the older horses, loses a shoe in the run and still wins that convincingly, and rated pretty well. I actually sent a little Twitter message to our guy Dan O'Sullivan, who's big ratings expert, big fan of what he does. I'm not a be-all and end-all ratings guy, but it's just interesting stuff to read. I sent him a message during the week saying, hey, do you have a rating for Amakura in her Sunshine Coast run? and it was like a 92, let's say. And Fireburn, when she won the Roses, rated like a 95. So I think that difference of 3 is about a length, maybe less than a length. So theoretically, you're looking at Fireburn thinking, okay, cool. If she was 80% done there, and at 100%, she's probably going to improve on that rating a bit in the Oaks. But Fireburn's a tried and true horse, you know what I mean? So how much maximum improvement is there? Whereas this thing, if she's gone to another level, then it's like, okay, cool. Well, what's she going to do in the spring? She might actually be a genuine staying horse.
Absolutely. And so what was that race that...
Fireburn won? Or?
Yeah, the Roses. So, because she won that race extremely convincingly, right? And then you see Renaissance Woman, like, basically run into fourth there. So you go like, okay, she probably did stay the trip. The Fireburn connections would be I think they'd be feeling pretty hard done by. After race, just doing the quick maths, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I
just found it strange that she wasn't given until race morning to prove her fitness.
2.5 out of 5 lame. So whether that's just an automatic, see ya. But I'm not sure. Yeah, you'd be pretty dirty. And God knows where she gets to in the run from. She drew a great gate 16. So she probably is back there with Amakura.
Mate, honestly, she probably finds a run behind the winner.
So,
it's all
who knows? But no, I think a rightful winner on the day. No.
Clawing back money in the Group 1 strategy.
I think I would have broke even on the race.
No, you're back. Yeah, you're back in the green, which is good to see.
Oh, gee whiz. This is me to a T drifters. Like, I would not be surprised if we get to the last Group 1 of the season, the Tats Tiara, and I'm on 0. I literally broken even.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest, like, if you're having fun on the way and you're not losing any money, then all's well that ends well, as they say. But no, well done, mate. It's a nice find. Would have been nicer if she jumped at the 15s that she was on Wednesday.
Honestly, taking a haircut, but that's why if I was like, all right, I think she's going to start $15 on the day, I would have been a 1x3, but I stated she's going to start single figures because this will be the roughie that they come for.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, they listen.
Yeah, they know.
The Phoenix was the first race of the day. Now, Azula was a very nice winner for Waterhouse Bot again. Rachel King in the saddle.
Yeah, she was tough. So TC was supposed to be in the saddle, but apparently he was late getting to the track.
Yeah, right.
So like, oi, Rach, can you jump on, please? Worked out very fortuitously for both Rachel and Waterhouse and Bot, and the punters that backed her. I was not one of them. I was on Influential, and he was just way too keen in the run.
I think he ran into fourth or...
Yeah, something like that. Azula was tough.
Yeah, I agree. It's, and that's what is the advantage of these on-speed horses at Eagle Farm. It's just they're so bloody hard to get past.
Yeah.
And you have to be a pretty damn good one to get past them. So, I was on the thing that was coming home like a freight train late. She took an absolute eternity to wind up out wide. But she did finish off quite well. Her name is escaping me right now. But
Tigress, Electric Tigress.
Yeah, Electric Tigress or something. But
yeah.
So I think she'll be suited over further. But, mate, this Azula had a will to win late.
So
Nice
Azula will back up into the JJ, I presume, but I don't think that race will produce the JJ winner.
No. Nice concept, though. The Lightning. Now, Patronus. Now, I saw... Wait till you see... we won't mention their name, but there's someone in their connections of this horse that I want to highlight. Now, they went so bloody quick out front here. I was on Rubiculus back on the inside. Is that Ethelric?
Yep. Ethelric was looming up like the winner.
Yep.
I was on Malkovich. He went way too fast with the top weight.
But this winner is quite smart. But this is interesting after the race. They're going to show... No, it was on the... He loved it, didn't he? Not that race.
Different
but
race.
It was a... I'll tell you after.
Okay.
But, yeah, that was a nice win, you know.
Yeah,
Over
it was a nice
1,000
win,
metres.
but, like, you know, handicap race over 1,000 metres, like, whatever. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Next race was the Magic Millions National Classic. Now, we thought Foxy Frida was far too short, but turns out
She's just better.
She's a very good mare.
Follow all prep and jump off today. I was on Osmos. But nah, Foxy Frida, run on the outside. One of the few things to really run on and dominate. She was great. She's just a good mare. I think they'll take her to the Tats now, take her back to 1,400 metres. But, she's good.
She's very good. And she got the horse that I'd land up being on, Princess Rahanes, or whatever her name is.
Rainis.
Yeah. Took her into the race. She was 4 wide without cover the trip. So you can forgive her. And she was a lot closer in the run than I thought she would be. But Foxy Frida, she's only a compact little mare, but she does get the job done.
Yeah, Osmos got squeezed in, only got her run sort of towards the end and ran a nice 4th. But no, I don't think anything was beating Foxy Frida.
Nah, God no.
Is what it is.
It is what it is. The Spear Chief Handicap. Now, this horse, if you find the right race for him, Unimek, he was not mentioned once by us on Wednesday.
No. Brad and I had a little quaddie, and he was in the quaddie at 7s, but yeah, I gave him absolutely no thought, Moonamek. But he's been up for about 10 years.
I had it in my mind that he was a wet tracker. I looked at his recent wins. They're on hard tracks. I'm like, what am I doing?
I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing either. Like, I even forget who I backed in this race. Character, there you go. Yeah. Trying to get back some of mine. But, no. He was running up the arse of things as well.
Yeah. And Munimek is just a winner. Well, and it's taken him a while to actually be a winner. You know, I think they might have put the bar a little bit too high for him, but he's just
find the right race, like you said.
He's a good horse. A good little horse, and you know, Hutchie from racing.com is just filling his pockets.
Filling his pockets. Well, what did you say the prize money was for that race?
He picked up another, was it 190 or something? No.
90, I think it was.
92.
Yeah, 92 grand, plus whatever he would have had on.
At 7s.
At 7s, yeah.
Yeah, so he's cleared 6 figures for the race.
Oh, probably, yeah. Comfortably, yeah.
Responsibly. This was one of the wins of the day. Little Prince of Boom.
Mate, he was unbelievable. He led and went so fast and just kicked away. Yeah, I gave him a bit of thought, Prince of Boom, but what was I on here?
Baller?
No, it definitely wasn't on Baller.
I thought I was better with Clemenceau. Yeah, the market support for him again.
Yeah.
Like, $8.50 into $5.
Yeah, every time. They just love him.
Oh, and when's the last time he's won? He's the bookie's best mate.
It's been some time. I keep forgetting what I backed in this race.
Quantico, wasn't it?
Quantico, of course. Yeah, like a lot of people. That's what I mean. Like, I identified a lot of things during the week that just got pumped in, which gives you some confidence. But no, he just kept running away from him.
I read the stewards report. Quantico was just... J-Mac had no excuses for him, but he was flat.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah. Look at them fan out. This is like a 2-year-old race.
He just really gapped him, didn't he?
Yeah, and he just finds the rail there, and he's like, see you later, kids.
Doubtful that he's going to the Stradbroke, apparently.
Yes, I also read that.
But no, that was a great win. It was dominant.
It was. But one here, we finally find... We at least we end the day with a couple of winners, you know. We find the Oaks winner, which we both had in our Group 1 strategies, and Red Card was... You know what? I reckon it was your best of the day.
It would have been my best of the day. Red Card, yeah. Yeah, she was awesome. Just that win in Scone, I was so taken by it. And I thought the quote that was around 370, 384, I was like, geez, I reckon that's slightly over. So yeah,
smashed late.
Yeah.
got smashed into about $3. Every time I was looking at it, my Ned's Attic just kept going down 10 cents.
Yeah.
I was like, geez, this is a hell of a lot of money here.
J-Mac on as well, and I don't think he rode a winner all day, so the law of averages suggests. But no, she was brilliant. She's a smart little filly. I think that's probably like 9th start, maybe.
Yeah, so you know who... I was actually looking at this race because I was like, I had it in my mind's eye. We were in the Channel 7 tent last year with a mate of mine who I used to work with, Tom. And we had a quaddie on with Ollie from...
That's right, yeah.
Actually, no, we're in the Nova tent. And I was like, I reckon Godolphin, it was our best bet of the day. It lasted Godolphin, and it just won. And it was around that $3 to $4 again. I was like, oh, it's a stupid price. Gypsy Goddess won, and it's like going into that. And it was a Thelric in the last, putting in three in a row. I was like, just history repeating itself.
Gee whiz. That was a very winnable quaddie.
Yeah.
Very winnable quaddie. Moonamek into Prince of Boom, into Amakura, into Red Card. Very winnable quaddie. Did we? No, but...
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Kieran McAvoy riding 5 winners in Sydney yesterday. And he's on AF Cabin for the Stradbrokes next Saturday.
Yeah, it's timely return to form, isn't it, Karen? But it helps when all the good jockeys aren't in Sydney. But
so J-Mac, TC,
Hot Nash,
Rachel King, she rides a winner on a Saturday. Any others that we're missing?
Jason Collett.
Yep, JC.
They're probably the key ones. Yeah. Afcabin's got 53 kilos in the Stradbroke, and he's still a 3-year-old colt. Hawaii 5 is also a 3-year-old colt. He's going to have 49.5. And then think about it. Wait for age. Kingsford Smith winner drops back to 54 kilos for the Stradbroke. Yet to see the full field. Yet to see the barrier draw. But I think they're the 3 that you're probably playing around at this stage, personally. Yeah. But yeah, 5 winners.
5 off-season winners.
Yeah, 5 off-season winners. Still can butcher a young 2-year-old and take it 5 wide in the first. Unbelievable. But yeah, next week, Stradbroke Day. I'm keen as.
I've got my ties ordered. They're here. I'll show you them afterwards. I can't wait. It's going to be a great day. It always is. We'll be wearing these.
Looking sharp.
We'll be looking sharp. And, you know, it'll just be a great crescendo to our winter carnivals because you're not going to be there for the Tats Tiara.
No, I won't be there. Yeah, it's just going to be a climax, that's for sure. It's Stradbroke Day. No, very keen. And the rest of the card's always good too, the JJ, so on and so forth. Yeah, we'll be there with bells on.
Q22, Brisbane Cup over the 2 mile.
Yep.
I'm sure there's a few others.
Yeah, I think I already know all the ponies I'm going to bet on for each of the races. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. I don't need to do the form. Easy.
All right. Cheerio.
See yous.